Hello and welcome to the Foxcatcher AFL show. My name's Julian Vallance, joined as always by Bernie Vince. And Bernie, round 16 review as we start this. It's all about Bernie because you tipped the viewers last week into the favourite frenzy. $6.63, $6.83, whatever it was.
That's the one.
Well done you.
That's how I like it. All about me. Can we keep talking about me? $6.63. Just identified, I thought, the seven favourites would win. Bit risky, a bit nervous Sunday night. Fremantle, St Kilda, but they got the job done.
They did, yeah. I did see something come through the WhatsApp, but obviously I've got you on mute, so I didn't get it till later. So, no, well done. Keep doing that. The viewers are going to keep following, absolutely, for sure. Let's talk about this, because we spoke about this last week in terms of Suns out, red footy in play, green light the overs. And again, we saw it with that Gold Coast versus Melbourne game on Saturday at 1:20. It was unsure. We said half an hour before the game, look at the cloud cover, see what was happening. There was no rain about whatsoever. They end up scoring 189. That's going to be the players. The modelling continues to have these points lower this time of the year as we get into these winter months. Let's look at the road ahead. Is there any games there we want to identify? Because we know this is the play that we want to be with if the conditions suit. Yeah,
it's a round-by-round situation because you have to check the weather. That was the perfect example on the weekend. Gold Coast v Melbourne, we said wait until the bounce, basically. The sun was out, overs was shot. So Gold Coast and Giants, they're involved in all three of those games you mentioned before. So not confident with any of these. There's a lot of unders, whether it be the venue, UTAS, or the team, say Melbourne's in there, the ground, Sydney as well. They've had a lot of rain this week and that surface is no good. So they're pretty confident with the Gold Coast Brisbane one. But again, that's a watch the weather and wait till round 20.
Correct. Sun's out there. That's the one we probably want to play with the overs. The rest, I think we can probably keep our powder dry. Let's go to a team that is close to your heart, and they are going really well. Let's talk about the next four here. How many of these can they win? Well,
they can win any game they play now, Adelaide. They're very confident. They win on the road. They've proven that. That was probably the biggest question mark after last year, but they've put that to bed. Bulldogs obviously going to be tough at Marvel. They play a very good brand there, but they should win all the other three of them. Gold Coast at home. They're going really well.
They are going really well. Here's the big question for you. PointsBet have got a market now to make the grand final. Where do they finish and can they make it? Because $4.50, do you want to have a piece of that?
The answer is yes. I think they can make it. Now, the Adelaide viewers, just calm down, keep calm. They'll be booking tickets and they'll be on the road soon if they hear this. But I think they can. They're probably going to have to win against Geelong or Collingwood or maybe even Brisbane at the Gabba to make it through, whether that be the first round of finals or a prelim, which is going to be tough. But you've got to win big finals and tough games on the road if you can make it the whole way. But they just have to finish top four. Top four is just have to pencil that in or put it in pen so you can't rub it out. They have to finish top four if they think they're going to make it.
Yeah, we spoke about this probably 4 or 5 weeks ago. I think they'll make the top four. That doesn't worry me at all. And they're a chance for the grand final. They've just got to stay healthy. I think their depth is probably going to test them if they end up having to use 30 players at the death. So let's see what happens with them. Built different player of the week. Well, his name's Joel Fraser. And we all should know that name now, Bernie, because he is lighting it up.
We all know that name. He's 19 years of age. Can you believe that? Having a super season. 23 and 4 goals on the weekend. He looks like he's played 200 games. He just looks very comfortable at the level. He's got a big body and he's just one of those mids that sort of go under the radar a bit when you think of, mids and defence. He can play all positions, by the way, as well. But, he's certainly hitting the scoreboard too.
Great prices there with PointsBet as well for that player. Let's get to a game he's going to be involved with Thursday night, Marvel Stadium, North Melbourne versus the Western Bulldogs here, Bernie. And worth noting, Kangaroos are going to be off a 5-day break. We've spoken about the 5-day break. It's trending not great. I know the Bulldogs were off a 5-day break last week and won, but they just about were bang on market expectations. So teams struggle off the 5-day break. What do you want to do with this game? Because it's going to flick around that ball, isn't it?
It will. I think the Dogs win in a big way. Bulldogs number 2 in the comp for disposals, and North Melbourne's last 5 games, they're 5th in the comp. So plenty of options there for SGMs for both teams. I think Bulldogs get hold of them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're with you, especially after that 5-day break. You can see the numbers there. They both play Marvel pretty well, probably better than wherever else they play. I think the Dogs will make an absolute mess of them. If you are having a bet, please make sure it's a sharp one. He had a real sharp one last week with the favourite frenzy.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.